Hey, it's your girl AB,
And I'm T Dot.
and this is Two Favorite Cousins.
Hey,
Hey,
sis.
girl,
Hey, how you doing?
how you doing? How was your day today?
It was okay. I can't complain. What about you?
It was all right. How's the temperature out there now?
Girl, listen. I
Same.
stay inside. I stay inside because it is hot. You saw Cardi B said, "Oh, that's a different kind of hot. It's like 120 degrees out in
Yeah,
Vegas."
she said you could fry egg or
You can. You that's how hot. So I don't listen. I be inside and over the weekend.
Oh, you froze, cuz.
Because that's the only time I really get to watch TV is on the weekend. And girl, I must tell you on Tubi,
I
the
saw
Dirty
all, I had to
D.
write down all the titles that you sent me because
Listen,
it's
the
too much to
Dirty D. I it was on the first season. It was 6 episodes, and on the second season, it's 6 episodes. It's like the hood soap opera, girl. It was good. It was so I can't wait to season 3, which they're working on it, but it was good.
watch.
The
Okay,
Dirty
okay.
D.
The
Yeah, you
dirty.
gotta watch that. You got to watch
Oh,
that. What we forgot the last time when we were on the live, we forgot to talk about Jamie Foxx recovery.
oh
We forgot to
yeah.
talk about that, so I'm glad he is recovering. He does look a little different. He did lose a little weight, but it was a life changing event. So you would look a little different if you were
Right.
near death's door, and now you are. I'm glad he's well. So because
And
I like it.
he does one of the voices of the puppies on this new movie coming out called Strays.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm glad he is on the road to recovery.
That's
Um,
good.
yes, sad news. Ayala Van Zant's daughter passed away. I
Oh,
don't know what she passed away from, but I'm very sad to have learned that her daughter passed away.
and you know who else passed away? Pee Wee Herman.
I know. Let me tell you, I used to like Pee Wee Herman back
Dun,
in the
dun,
day.
dun, dun, dun,
I used
dun,
to like
dun.
him. His laugh. Yeah, yeah, that was
I think
sad.
he was battling with cancer for a while.
I did read that. I did read that. Okay. What's going on with your city, girl? They got over 95,000 migrants that's seeking
Child, that my
asylum.
taxpayers' money is paying for.
First of all, that looked crazy. It looks crazy. And I read that New York City considers Central Park among sites to house migrants as crisis mounts and Brooklyn's Prospect Park.
Child, they're using school gymnasiums now. They want to use the park, but this is my take on it. Most of these migrants came from Texas and Florida.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Keep
Listen,
going.
the federal government gave the state of Florida money to deal with the migrants that crossed their borders, just like the federal government gave Texas money
Mhm.
to deal with the migrants that crossed their borders. They decided to send the migrants here, but without the money, and I think that should be illegal.
First of all of it is a money grab. It's just like, okay, we can barely house the people that's here.
Thank
So why are
you.
you accepting all of these
Well, number
people that
one, New York City is a sanctuary city, which, that's some other political mess. But there's this thing called a right to, what is it called? A right to house or something like that. But I thought that was talking about our own homeless and veterans and things of that nature.
wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Child, they giving them,
So they said New York City was allocated $105 million
it's not enough.
in FEMA funds for the migrant crisis. They said the city has yet to receive it. So they done pocketed that money. Not I don't know who, but yeah. And then you have to say to yourself, okay, why are they allowing all of these migrants to come here anyway? Why? Because out of the goodness of their heart, they want to help people.
We're a sanctuary city. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't believe it. There's something behind it that we just don't know what it is. That's all I'm saying.
Child.
Okay, so Okay, this other hot button for me. My
Uh-oh.
eye looks weird. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So the whole thing with this DeSantis clown, and they're trying
Say
to
it again.
say
Mhm.
Black people benefit from slavery. I think we touched on it the last time that they acquired skills that they could. First of all, you know, if it was the Jewish community and they were talking about the Holocaust, that shit wouldn't even, before it even got started, it would have been shut down.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So they have been whitewashing the history for years and years and years and years.
Child.
And it's disgusting.
It is.
It really is disgusting. So somebody tortured and beat him up and did things to him. Would he say, "Oh well"? People say, "Oh well, you benefited, you know, because you learned how to defend yourself, or you learned how to heal bruise." Like get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Sad. It's really sad.
It is. It's a sad state of affairs, and they need to fix it. And they shouldn't even have allowed it to pass in the first place. Now,
but you do have some parents in that school district, in certain school districts in Florida, that are against it. They're like,
okay,
no.
they're against it, but what they doing about it?
It's already in law. There's nothing they really
just like they had to overturn Roe v. Wade, and they
can overturn.
They can. Okay, so knock it off. Knock it off.
All the way off.
It should. Thank you. Now, so this is another thing that is starting to get on my nerve.
What
okay,
it does.
Girl, you cannot turn, like every time I click my computer to open up a new window,
right?
The news feed pops up, so you can't not see what you're seeing.
Exactly.
I kid you not. There's not a day that goes by that there is not an article about transgender something. Now, hold on. So this was an article that I wanted to read. I didn't get a chance to read from the last time, so I definitely want to read this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let me find it. Oh, rats. Oh, here you go. Well, no, I'll save that. Maybe I won't even read it. But anyway, transgender rights targeted in executive order signed by Oklahoma governor. Oklahoma's governor signs Women's Bill of Rights into law to protect girls from out-of-control gender ideology. And I was happy to see that because they are getting out of control. There was supposed to be some transgender woman, so a man that identifies as woman,
right.
That was, I think they were trying to do it for like clickbait. They were talking about women don't own periods, and I guess they was trying to say they could get a period. First of all, okay, I feel like it's an attack on women. You know, all of this stuff that's going on, because now they want to call women breastfeeders and some other, I forgot the other name, some other than woman, they call a biological women cisgender or what? We're women. We are women, okay? You will never have ovaries. If you can identify as a frog, a clown, I don't give a damn. You will never have ovaries of your own,
fallopian tubes, a uterus.
You will never have that. So you identify as a woman. You are not a woman.
You can do whatever you want to the outside, but you'll never be a true woman from the inside.
Right. Right. So knock it off. What happened to women's rights? I mean, you know, they have the LGBTQ rights, and that's great, and you can have that. But let us have our rights. If we don't want to co-mingle in that way,
right,
then that's our right. So I said that to say. Let me read this article. Female swimmers forced to undress next to a 6'4" biological male that identifies as a woman. Okay, so the University of Pennsylvania accused. So this person, a girl, accused the university of dismissing the concerns of female athletes who were excuse me, uncomfortable undressing besides Thomas. That's the 6'4" tall biological male with fully intact male genitalia. So he got a dangling, okay? He got a dangling. Okay, now. So during swimming practices, so Scanlon, this person, told lawmakers on Thursday, July 27th, my teammates and I were forced to undress in the presence of Leah, the 6'4" tall biological man with fully intact male genitalia 18 times per week. Some girls opted to change in bathroom stalls and others used the family bathroom to avoid this. She expressed the frustration and humiliation the female swimmers felt as they raised complaints with the athletic department, only to be told that Thomas's presence was non-negotiable. The university officials suggested that counseling could be, the university officials suggested that counseling could re-educate the women athletes to become comfortable with the idea of undressing in front of a male. To sum up the university's response, we, the women, were the problem, not the victims. So they were expected to conform, to move over and shut up. Our feelings didn't matter. Now, one of the girls, when she was 16, was sexually assaulted, and it took a long time to recover from that traumatic ordeal. And having a male in the female bathroom triggers her PS.
Exactly. It would. Yeah. I mean,
PTSD, I meant to say.
Right.
Now, so I had read another article. I didn't print it, but I had read another article about kind of like the same thing, but this one was a little bit more weird because it was some, I forgot what college, and it was a sorority house. So a female sorority house.
Right.
And there was a transgender woman, so a male that now believes he's a woman, or she, however you say it. And so I guess they share the bathroom. I don't know what that life is like, but they share a bathroom. So, you go and you come out with your little towel. The transgender woman still had his penis and would be erect, had an erection. Would be watching the different females and they felt uncomfortable that,
of course,
this person was there. You know what? A lot of women, what I would say to all of that is boycott. You can't have a women's swimming team if you ain't got no women on it. I mean, you can have all transgender. Just make everybody comfortable. Let the transgender have their team, whatever, and let the women have what they fought for, what they trained for. Let them have that.
I don't know what's
check
going
this
on.
out. Another good point. I was watching, I forgot what podcast it was, but I was watching that. Someone said it perfectly that it's always, or mostly, not always, mostly the transgender women, so men who became women, that's making all the noise. You do not hear transgender male, so women that became male wanting to do what these, you understand?
Exactly.
It's mostly the men
that want
to do, it's not the female. It's not you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. You can't keep up nowadays.
Right. So what do you have, cuz?
Okay. There was a video on, I can't believe remember if it was Facebook or Instagram. Now, it's exciting when a high school athlete signs to a college team. Now, this particular young man, Jacob Copeland, was live signing or picking the hat of what college he wanted to go to. Now, his mom was sitting next to him with a burgundy Alabama State sweater on. Okay. And I guess she, had on the colors thinking that he was going to pick Alabama State.
Okay.
He decided to go with the Florida Gators or Florida State. Now, mind you, this is live. And when he picked up the hat that he chose of the school and put it on, she got up and walked off.
Ooh, oh my.
That is not, You could have just let him finish his, commentary. People asking him questions. How do you feel? How did you make the decision? And then you could have talked to him later. You don't get up live in the middle of him making his decision and get up and walk off. And I just think that was sad. He was supposed to be
His happy moment. She ruined it. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just, I just felt so sorry for him. So they asked him, what did he think about his mom walking off and leaving, or why did she walk off and leave? And he basically said, look, instead of going with my heart, instead of going with my mind, I went with my heart. Or either instead of going with my heart, I went with my mind. And his mom and her heart wanted him to choose Alabama, but he decided to go a different route.
It's his choice, not her.
On live TV.
That's a shame.
You took his joy away. You took the moment away for your selfish reasons, and I just think that's sad.
It is very sad. I agree with you.
You can't even enjoy it now.
Yeah.
That's
well, it's his life, so
exactly.
It's
I
his
want
life,
to go watch games since he went to the opposite university. Would she go watch his games? Would she be in the stands still cheering him on?
You know what? She'll get over it. She'll get over it.
She will. When that money starts rolling in and all them, she'll get over it real quick.
She'll get over it.
Now, on a lighter note, I have another story that was on Instagram, and it's a really nice, it's a feel-good story.
Oh, cool.
Police officer Chumney was at the end of his patrol when he was driving down the street, and he came across 5-year-old Amani and her friends dancing, on the sidewalk. So I guess I didn't see all the video, but I guess he rolled down his window, was like, what y'all know about that music? And they said, or what you know about that music? So he gets out and he's dancing with the kids. They're having a dance battle. They're having a dance battle, and he got some moves.
Okay.
And the mom is videotaping it, and she's saying how nice it is to see something positive as far as the police interaction with the young kids, being that there's so much violence and hate going on. So at the end of the dance battle, it lasted for about 5 minutes, and then he hugged each child. He asked them how they was doing in school, let them take pictures, let them look inside of his car, and I just thought that was a feel good,
cool
about how you see a positive, or someone as young as 5 or 6 or 7 sees a positive interaction with a police officer, opposed to what we always see in the media and on the news and on TV. So, and Officer Chumney had a couple of good moves. He was doing a stinky leg and all.
Oh, snap! That's good. I like that. I like that story. Thanks for sharing that one. I like it. Check this out. This bugged me out. Check it out. Woman pretended to be a doctor for over a year Now, I got this story off line. Again, I told you the news feed, it just pops up. I forgot the source. But anyway, woman pretended to be a doctor for over a year by using a relative's license to work at a practice and prescribe medication to patients. They said her name. She was 62, was charged with unlicensed practicing of medicine. She allegedly treated patients in Toms River, New Jersey from March 2022 to June 2023. So they said if anybody was seen by her, they need to contact somebody. But yeah, how do you do that?
Nobody.
How do you do that? That's crazy. What was your relative doing? Like they didn't. That's crazy.
You want to hear something else crazy? I got a quick crazy story for you.
Okay.
A Japanese man who dropped $20,000 on a lifelike costume to fulfill his long life fantasy of becoming a dog, and finally goes outside for his first walk.
He looked like Lassie, right? Didn't I?
Yes.
I saw that. Like, what's it? Okay.
I had no idea what's going on, because at first when I looked at the video, I was like, it kind of looks like a dog, but it was too robotic movement. The costume is, but it's just like, why would you spend $20,000?
Ain't got nothing else to do
to get a costume so you could be a dog.
Ain't got nothing else to do. Now, you know how dogs like to run up and try to hump you, right? Now he'd have been asked out of the dog trying to hump him. Okay.
Oh,
So we have this. What is this?
I got another story if you want to know.
Go ahead.
A mother secretly swabs her son's daughter for DNA, and it comes back that the daughter is not his. He's 22 years old, and he confronts his mom, saying, mind your business, and I treat her like she's my own. So it makes me think that he already knew was a possibility that the child wasn't his, but he still loves the child like it says. But do you think a parent has the right to swab your potential grandchild to make sure that the child is yours? Saying that she knew the baby mama was, trifling and the baby didn't look like me or look like you. And I just think that if the man had an inkling that it wasn't and he still decided to be there, mind your business. So now she's like, well, now I ain't got to buy no more diapers and I ain't got to babysit no more because that's not my grandchild. So I'm not a grandmother. You my only son and I want a grandchild that's biologically yours. I just thought that was so cruel and rude. You went behind your son's back and did this.
Yeah, that's a little
That's
bit.
not cool.
So hold on. So wait. So does he live home with his mama?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not saying it makes it right.
It really doesn't. But I just thought that was just very tacky. You could talk to your son and said, look, this child doesn't look like anybody in our family, and maybe he would have told you, look, there's a possibility that it's not, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to take care of this because he said in the video, I love her like she's my own. So he must have known already. I take it.
Yeah, maybe he did, or maybe he was saving face because he was being recorded. Then after that recording went off, he was like,
the son was recording the mom while he was confronting the mom because he did a DNA test without him knowing about it. And I was like, that's tacky.
I don't know. It is tacky though.
It really
but look, so Arizona teen was declared missing 4 years ago. However, she turned up last month. This was in Montana. She turned up last month. Yeah. She disappeared when she was 14. Now she's 18, and she was with some 36-year-old man.
Well, in Utah and Montana, they had that sister wife type thing going on out there. So maybe
I don't know that. What happened?
In Montana and in Utah, they had those, what do you call polygamy, where a man has, lots of wives and they all have.
That's fine, but she was 14 they said basically they saying ain't nothing they could do because she's 18 now. Now.
Statute of limitations shouldn't have been up in 4 years.
She's 18. She I think she was a runaway or something like that, but she's 18 now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was a runaway. She's 18 now. So they just like, the first thing I thought of when they said, oh, she was, when I first saw the story, I was like, when they said, oh, she was missing and now she just turned up. What you think I thought about? That Carly Russell girl.
You know what? That's a shame.
But it's different. It's kind of sort of different in a way.
Right.
She didn't say somebody kidnapped her. She left on her own, even though she was underage. Let me see what time it is. Let me ask you a question. I might get to that because we only got a few minutes. But let me ask you this question: if you won, or
go ahead.
If you won or was given $200,000 right now, what would you do with it?
Well, 100 of it.
I said 200.
Right. I said, but 100 of that 200 would go on whole life insurance immediately.
Okay.
And then the other 100, I would pay off whatever debts I may have, and that's about it. Put the rest in the trust. But you have to have whole life insurance. Because I was getting ready to ask you, what would you do if you hit that 1.25?
What would I do if I had $200,000?
Yeah.
I read your mind because you froze. What would I do? I would pay off all my debt.
Right.
I would put a sizable down payment on the house.
Right.
I would take at least $5,000 to $10,000 and go on a very nice vacation, all
Ooh,
inclusive.
where would you go? Where would you go? Dubai, Maldives. Where would you go?
I say Fiji. It is between Fiji, St. Bart's, Jamaica, Dubai.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
You know, one of them. And I would love to go to Hawaii too. I always want to go to Hawaii. But
speaking of Dubai, it was in the news that there was a influencer, you know, because everybody's an influencer now. I believe she visited Dubai and she got arrested for cursing.
well, then if it's like that, I don't need to be going.
You know the rules and the regulations when you go to different countries.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. So, but and then I would save the rest. So that's what I would do. I would pay off all my debt.
Exactly.
And I would put a down payment on the house.
And then just save the rest.
And I would take a vacation, and I would save or invest the rest.
Exactly. Yeah. That sounds.
200,000 is not a whole lot.
It really is.
But it's not a little bit either.
Exactly. It's enough to do something with. It gives you
yes, it is.
Wiggle room.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it is. Wiggle room.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. You got any good plans for the weekend?
Not necessarily. I meant to tell you, but I'll tell you now. Cousin Harry Jomo Jr. got in contact with me, and he's having the Addams family picnic out in Staten Island this Saturday.
Oh,
at the beach.
Are you going?
From 10 to 7. I'm thinking about it.
How will you get there?
Staten Island Ferry, and then they would come.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, okay. I mean, I know that, but I'm okay. I got it.
Did you hear that Lizzo is being sued by her backup dancers? And
yes, I did.
Deal with being hard to work with and sexual harassment. Now, I just don't get that vibe from her.
You just never know with people. They said, yeah, she was entitled and unpleasant. And you just never know with people. You know, did you see Cardi B was out here? And they said she was asking people to.
There's a video. Yeah, there is a video of her saying, throw water on me. Yeah. And then I guess
more money, more problems, honey. Hey, she gonna have to pay. She threw
her mic at the person. Now, I don't know if the person actually got hurt or hit because just so many people.
Hey, they looking like.
But did you see that at the Beyonce concert at was it Citi Field? No, MetLife Stadium yesterday? She started her Renaissance tour, and there was a video on Instagram where you got her mom, Gail, Oprah.
I saw that.
I think it was so cute. But now there's a second video surfacing when she was coming down off of something. Whoever was helping her, the stagehand or whoever, they palmed her booty. And now I said, Lord, here we go.
He got to deal with the husband. Jay-Z ain't no sucker now.
You could have just held a hand, but she was coming down backwards down a ladder type thing.
That's probably nothing for them. That's really probably not even a big deal. So I had read that Little Kim came out with her memoir or something like that.
Oh, really?
Or it's about to come out.
As soon as the book hits shelves, I'm going to buy it.
I just want to see the movie. I want to see her biopic or whatever. I think
who will play her?
Maybe she play herself. I don't know.
I think the girl that played her in the B.I.G. movie.
She ain't going for that. Little Kim is not going for that. Nope.
You gotta find. There has to be somebody.
I'll do it.
Just put on some brown and dark makeup.
No, I have to bleach my skin. Bleach.
Well, they have to get somebody dark skin to start off, and then they can lead up to you. Like,
I guess
I got the height, so I'm 5 feet, so she's like 4'11". So
no, she's pretty short. Yeah,
so we can play different. Whoever's doing the movie. If don't nobody know nothing about Little Kim, we do.
I'm glad I meet her. I can say that. I got to see her.
She signed your book.
That's right. That's right. Oh my. Well. Anyway,
get your Las Vegas Funtivity at www.com. Las Vegas.
Get your Las Vegas Funtivity guide at www.lasvegasfuntivity.com. Yes.
Off and on the strip.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I had went to this place on actually a friend of mine, she was telling me about, she lives in Virginia, and she was telling me about these 2 ice cream places. Oh, check it out, because they own an ice cream spot. Right. So she was like, oh, do you know this spot? And check it out. So I went to both of them. Saturday I went to one, and Sunday I went to the other one. And I like one better than the other. Oh, so okay. Yeah, I found a new spot that I mean, at one point I had stopped eating ice cream for like over a year.
Right.
Because I used to eat it all the time. Then I completely went cold turkey. And then all of a sudden I started back
eating yogurt myself.
I started back eating it again. So, but food right now for me is weird because they're doing so much crazy stuff with food. So yes, I'm kind of leery with eating real, different things.
What's mass produced? Now they're talking about beef. Is it really beef, or they mixing it with human meat and all that?
Girl, yeah. So I don't even eat beef. So
like I said, we just got to be like the animals in the jungle and start just chewing.
I'm gonna just start picking shit off the trees and eating.
That's what me and Sam said, like the giraffes, and everybody that eats the leaves is strong. Gorillas and the elephants. So we're just gonna start chewing on the leaves outside.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna Google what giraffes eat and what gorillas eat, and I'm gonna start eating that shit because you don't know what the hell you buying.
That's the only thing that's safe to eat now. Because they eat
is that safe? Is it? You just never know.
They're making plastic rice. They're making fake cabbage, fake eggs. They're putting meat together with meat glue. It's just.
But they say that about ground meat, like turkey meat, ground chicken. Yeah, there's some kind of, I don't know what they call it, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Peas and fish.
Girl, they doing farm raised fish and shit now. So
but what's the fish that you're not supposed to eat? Tilapia. Tilapia is like how pigs are on land. Tilapia is like pigs in the sea.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Do you even eat fish?
Yeah, I eat whitey. I've eaten catfish, but I don't eat no tilapia. I eat salmon, but I don't eat no tilapia. Tilapia is like the pig of the sea.
Is that right? Wow. Wait a minute. I thought catfish was.
Well, tilapia is underneath.
Ew.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, it's your girl T Dot.
And it's your girl AB. And this is Two Favorite Cousins. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same bat channel. Love you guys.
Love you, love you, love you. I'll see you next week. Same bat channel. If I can cut this thing off.